Hello, my name is KHudgins, and this is my critique on Article 40, the 5 Practices of Exemplary Leadership for Jacksonville State University's Business Leadership course. There are 3 specific takeaways from this article. 1, that leadership can be practiced by utilizing specific behaviors. 2, exemplary leadership fosters a strong leader-follower relationship. And 3, everyone can be a leader, and leadership can be found everywhere. This critique will break down each of these takeaways on the realistic application of this theory in management. The authors present the idea that ordinary people have guided others along pioneering journeys, and each have followed similar paths, marked by common patterns of action. They propose that when getting extraordinary things done in organizations, leaders engage in the 5 practices that are available to anyone who accepts the leadership challenge. These practices are specific leadership behaviors. The first is to model the way. This is the idea that the leader should lead by example and model the behaviors that they expect. A leader needs to find your voice by clarifying your personal values and beliefs, and set the example by aligning actions with shared values. I think this concept is extremely important in developing a leader because behavior earns respect, and with those who follow you, and with the organization you're associated with. The second practice is to inspire a shared vision. This is where a leader should envision the future and utilize the vision as a blueprint for the path to take in order to achieve the goal. And it's essential to the success of achieving that vision is to enlist others. Enlisting others includes effective communication of the vision that sparks the inspiration in others. I think this is a vital behavior for anyone in a leadership role because this allows the group to work as a team to achieve a shared goal. The third practice is to challenge the process. This is where a leader should search for opportunities by seeking innovative ways to change, grow, and improve the organization. And the leader should utilize their employees and customers to find new opportunities. Once finding these opportunities, the leader needs to experiment and take risks. I think it is essential for a leader to practice experimenting and taking risks because you learn and adapt much better by making mistakes and finding better solutions to those challenges. The fourth practice is to enable others to act. This involves a leader to foster collaboration by building trust with others in the organization. It also requires the leader to practice strengthening others. I personally think this practice is important because these steps can allow the leader to mentor and develop current followers into successful leaders. The final practice proposed by the authors is to encourage the heart. This can be done by recognizing the contributions of others, which encourages others as they work on tasks and activities and shows an appreciation for their work. It's also important to celebrate values and victories by creating a spirit of community that strengthens the team's appreciation as they work toward a common goal. I think this is important because it not only fosters a sense of individual importance and success, but also the success and achievement of the team. Throughout this article, the authors propose the idea that behaviors create leaders. This behavioral leadership theory states that by practicing these 5 behaviors, individuals can develop into extraordinary leaders. But is this realistic? Can leaders really develop into great leaders based on their behaviors? I say yes. I think it's very truthful that leaders can be extraordinary if they do practice these behaviors with consistency. But this theory does not address workplace knowledge, which I think is essential for leadership success in most organizations. This workplace knowledge could be technical skills, knowledge of organizational procedures and policies, and overall job experience. Another topic articulated by the authors is the idea that leadership is a relationship, which is between those who aspire to lead and those who choose to follow. It's this relationship that is especially key to achieving extraordinary activities and tasks. This includes success in function, which is how people work and play together, and success in leading, which depends on the leader's capacity to build and sustain the human relationships that enable people to get extraordinary things done. I think this is a very valid observation by the authors because a strong leader-follower relationship with mutual respect and confidence can overcome many challenges and create a sense of team. The final concept presented by the authors is the idea that leadership is available to everyone and everywhere. So, is this even realistic? After reading this article, I completely agree with the authors that leadership can be found in almost every situation and in any individual. The best example I could think of is parents and families. If you think about as parents, we continually practice all 5 behaviors of an extraordinary leader. We try to lead by example by modeling the way for our children. We try to inspire a shared vision for our children, our significant other, on the future of our family, home, and expectations for our children, no matter the age. Also, as parents, we continually challenge the process. We search for new opportunities and ideas, and we constantly experiment and take risks because if there's anything I've learned by being a mom, is that I will make mistakes. But it's important that I learn from those mistakes and create better solutions to problems. Most importantly, we encourage the heart. We strive to recognize our children's contributions to strengthen their sense of self and develop their personal confidence by celebrating the victories. The more I thought of leadership in terms of behaviors, I realized that extraordinary leaders can be literally anyone and everywhere. Organizations and clubs, education, and even the workplace. I believe the authors present an excellent theory on the importance of behavior in leaders and the importance of practicing those behaviors in order to develop into extraordinary leaders. These leadership behaviors are available to everyone and in every environment. I think a way to improve personal effectiveness is to better understand yourself and others. Then you can create an environment conducive to success and adapt to the need of others. Personally, I feel this theory can motivate others to rise to significant challenges in their organizations and in their lives. So does this theory contribute to the management practice? Yes, I would definitely agree that this theory does contribute to management theory and practice. The authors introduced the idea that leadership can be available to everyone and utilized everywhere. These leadership behaviors can also be successfully taught, developed, and practiced. And by practicing these 5 behaviors, a leader is able to foster a strong leader-follower relationship. Overall, I agree that these behaviors and the practice of these behaviors can create extraordinary leaders who are able to produce extraordinary results. Thank you for taking your time to watch this presentation and critique on the 5 practices of exemplary leadership.